Hello and welcome to week 5. We are going to start some writing since we haven't been doing a ton of writing. And we are going to start with kind of like a little story based off of the I Survived book series. And it's going to be titled I Survived the Coronavirus Pandemic. I know you may think this is crazy, but I guarantee you will be asked for the rest of your life by your children, your children's children about what it was like. And over time, you forget. So it's a cool thing to like document your thoughts or feelings as we're kind of in the middle of it all. So you're going to make a copy of the Google Slides. It's an easy way. I already have the first few chapters done for you. So I'm going to ask you first and foremost, once you have it, and a copy, just put your last name in here. So I survived the corona pandemic. I'm going to put my last name. That way, when you guys share it with me, I know what it is. From there, do me a favor, click the share button, type in my name, and make sure you share it with me, and then click done. From there, I want to show you. So I survived the corona pandemic. You want to make sure you put your name there because you are the author. And this is yours. Put some pictures, put a GIF, put whatever you think to fancy it up. Feel free to change the font, change the colors. That is up to you. Chapter 1. So this week we're going to focus on Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Chapter 1 is when I first heard about the coronavirus. So think about when you first started hearing about it, probably from your parents, on the news, then in school. And this is just your title page for the chapter. Here is where you're going to write. So I actually added a date for you, March 9th. That's the Monday of our last week of school that we were in school. But you can use whichever you want. Now, if you look down here in the speaker notes, I have some questions to help guide you on your writing. So when did you first hear about the coronavirus? What was your first reaction when you first heard about it? Did anything change in your daily routine after first hearing about it? What did your parents, teachers, and friends say about it? So for each chapter, I'm looking for a minimum of 5 sentences. Of course, you can do more than that, do multiple paragraphs. That is up to you, but a minimum of 5 sentences. And don't hold yourself just to answering these questions. If you have other things about when you first heard about it that you want to add in, feel free to do that. Chapter 2, when I found out school was closed. So same thing, feel free to change this font, add a picture, add a GIF, make it fun, make it your own. In Chapter 2, I added this date, March 13th, 2020 was our last day in school. That's when you knew school was out for at least 2 weeks. Obviously, we didn't know then what we know now, that we wouldn't be going back this school year. So same thing, I have some guiding questions down here. When did you find out school was closed and that you would be learning from home? Well, you didn't know that right away. You knew we were going to give you some things to do, but not that we would be completely going digital. So explain that. What was your reaction to this news? How did you feel? Uncertain, confused, excited? So these are some things that you could write about in Chapter 2. So like I said, you're only focusing on Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 this week. I want a minimum of 5 sentences for each one. Before you finish for the week, you want to make sure that you are proofreading, you're using your best spelling, your best grammar, have Grammarly on to check. Feel free to use a thesaurus to come up with better vocabulary words. Think about what are boring verbs and try and use verbs that are a little bit more exciting in your writing. Use all of the things we have talked about. But make sure you do share it with me so I can see as you're working on it. And we're going to continue throughout the weeks. You can see there's a few more chapters already built, and I'm also going to let you kind of go where you think you want to go once we get past Chapter 5. So if you have questions, feel free to stop by Google Meet this week or email me, or you can chat me. But get yourself started on your I Survived the Coronavirus Pandemic.